bullet points at the bottom of the first page. Put a cloud around them. X-intercept, where a graph crosses the x-axis. Y-intercept, where a graph crosses the y-axis. You've seen this before. This is kind of a review lesson, but I have to cover it because where I'm going to take you to the class assumes you know this like the back of your hand. Okay, so what I want you to do now is flip your page over, and look at example 3 right here on top. So flip the page over. And look at the mission. Find the x and y intercepts of the graph of the linear equation. Find the x and y intercepts. In other words, if I were to graph this line, I can go old school and do this table of values. Remember like assignment 32? You make a table of values and graph it. Some of you finished assignment 32. We're not going to do that though. All we want to do is find the x and y intercepts. Where will the graph cross the x-axis and where will it cross the y-axis? That's it. That's the mission. Let's do number 3 together. Watch. To find the x-intercept, look what that, remember that just made? It says, got to get these things, here we are. Look at the first bullet. To find the x-intercept, let y equals 0 and then solve for x. Let's do that. So, going to write x-intercept, abbreviate. Let's solve for the x-intercept. Wherever I see y, I'm going to replace it with 0. Watch. 3x plus 4y. 4 times y is 4 times 0. I'm letting y equal 0. Look at that. Easy. Got to be kidding me. 3x then plus, what's 4 times 0? Thank you. So I put x-intercept because that's what we're looking for, x-int. I put a there because it's for your notes to know that that's what we're doing right now. What's 3x plus 0? Well, that's just 3x. Cool. How do we get x by itself now? Gracias on both sides. Look at it. By x equals 4. There's our x-intercept. So the x-intercept is actually, watch this now, 4, 0, if we were to graph it. I'm telling you, you sound like Mickey Mouse there. That's pretty cool. So the x-intercept is 4, 0. Let's solve for the y-intercept now. No worries. Let's find some room on the side there. I'm going to put the y-intercept in green. To find the y-intercept, let x equal 0 solve for y. Nice. So I'm going to write y-intercept somewhere in the... This is your notes. You're not going to turn this into me, so put it anywhere it fits. Let's find the y-intercept. Watch. I'm going to rewrite the equation now, but wherever I see x now, I'm going to replace it with 0. 3 times 0 plus 4y is 12. This is easy stuff. 3 times 0, last time I checked, is 0, plus 4y, sorry, I forgot to put the y there, equals 12. Nice. Sorry. There's some space there. Maybe use the top. Because again, you're not turning this into your notes, so just use whatever space you can. 0 plus 4y, I want to say it's 4y if my coffee is kicked in. Let's divide by 4. Y then is 3. Nice. So the y-intercept was 0, 3. Look at that. In other words, if I were to graph it, I'll put a point at 0, 3, and then I put a point at 4, 0. The blue and green, if I wanted to graph it, I'd put a point on these 2 points and just draw a line through them, and I'll be done graphing. It's easy stuff, you guys. Come on. Don't know it. Let's do number 4. We won't do 5. We'll just do 3 and 4 right now, and then number 6, and we'll be done. Okay. Number 4. Let's find the x-intercept and y-intercept. So let's find the x-intercept first. So number 4, I'll put x-int. Wherever I see y now, I'll replace it with 0. Watch this now. Negative x minus 4 times 0 equals 16. I'm on number 4 now. Talk to me. Question. Forgive me. For those of you who are a little confused, the answer to number 3 is in blue and green. In other words, the x-intercept is 4, 0, and the y-intercept is 0, 3. That was the answer to number 3. That's all we're doing for these exercises. Let's go on to number 4. So I'm finding the x-intercept. I let y equal to 0, because remember, that's what the front side said. When you're looking for the x-intercept, let y equal to 0. These 2 bullet points, you put a cloud around. Let's rock and roll. Negative x minus, look at this is 0, equals 16. I'm just going to skip it. I know it's going to be 0 anyway. Negative 4 times 0 is 0, so it's really negative x minus 0, which is negative x. Sweet. What number is in front of x right here? 1. Close. A little more specific? Negative 1, huh? So what I need to do is get rid of the negative 1 to get x by itself. So I'll divide both sides by a negative 1. Okay. Rocking and rolling. Negative 1 divided by negative 1 is 1. So 1x equals positive divided by negative is a negative, and my coffee is kicked in. There's my x-intercept. So my x-intercept is negative 16, 0. Look at the coordinates. That's my x-intercept. I'm telling you. Right, get done? So wherever I see x, now replace it with 0. Look at negative 1 times 0. Because remember, negative x means negative 1 times x. So negative 1 times 0 minus 4y equals 16. I agree. Let's see. Negative 1 times 0 is 0. So all I have is a negative 4y equals 16. I'm sorry? Because notice the original equation, Mr. Alfaro, watch. Remember the coefficient is a number in front of a variable? If there's a negative in front of a variable, that really means it's a negative 1 times whatever x is. So I'm just putting there to specify, hey, you know what? Let's remember there's actually a negative 1 in front of x, and I'm replacing x with 0. So it's negative 1 times 0, which is just 0. Okay? Good question. I like that. Let's get y by itself now. Divide both sides by negative 4. Y then is, gracias. So my y-intercept then is, watch this. The y-intercept is the x-coordinate, remember, is 0. The y then is negative 4. Rocking and rolling. Or is it rolling and rocking? One of the two. We're going to skip 5 because I think you get the idea. We'll end with 6. Last one for the day. So notice, whenever I give you these note guides, we don't do all of the problems. I just do the ones that are essential that I think are sufficient for you to get it. I'm not going to cover everything, but you keep these. Know that I don't cover everything. I cover the essentials that I want to highlight. Just go to the office for today. Have a good one. All right, last one. Number 6. Here we go. We're only going to do number 6 and we'll end, and we'll do our wee video right after. Here we go. It says, watch this. We're going to graph the equation now. But we're not going to go old school. We're not going to do this x and y table like assignment 32. We're just going to find the x-intercept, y-intercept, plot them, and draw the line. It's like quick graphs. It's like more professional, in other words. Watch. We'll just do number 6. Here we go. X int, short for x-intercept. Wherever I see y now, I'm replacing it with 0. Remember, that's what the bullet said. Remember the cloud? So let me rewrite the equation. Wherever I see y, replace it with 0. Negative 8x plus 12 times 0 equals 24. Forgive my chicken scratch here. Negative 8x equals 24. I'm just going right to the next step of the equation because 12 times 0 is 0. It disappears. Now let's get x alone. So I'll divide both sides by a negative 8. Rocking it. Negative 3. 0 is the x-intercept. So I'm going to plot that puppy. Plot it with me. Negative 3, 0 is right there. Plot a point at negative 3, 0. Easy. Seriously. In green, I'm going to go y-intercept. Now I'm going to put it right over on the other side. I'll put the work over here. So y-intercept, y-int, short for intercept. Wherever I see x now, I replace with 0. Watch this. Negative 8, x is 0. Look at it. Put it times 0. Just following the formula or the equation. Plus 12y equals 24. I got you. Maybe. My wife made it, man. I can't share that stuff. Let's see. Negative 8 times 0 is 0. It's gone. So look, I got 12y equaling 24. You with me, Wadas? For those of you who already know this, like I'm going to have a problem of the week up by the end of the period. And if you do the problem of the week, you can cash in for any assignment. But it's going to be challenging for some of you who are kind of bored with this, who already know this stuff. But I have to, even though you may know this, I got to review it because, like I said, I got to take you guys somewhere, and it assumes you know all this. So let's divide by 12. Y then is 2, so the y-intercept is going to be, watch this, x is 0, y is 2. Let me plot that puppy. 0, 2. Look at that. Let me draw a line through that, and we've graphed it. Look at this. Rocking and rolling. I found the x-intercept in blue, y-intercept in green, drew a line through them, we graphed the puppy.